It was one of those crisp autumn afternoons where the sun shone brightly through the colorful maple leaves and whispering pines. 10-year-old Leo sat on an old fallen log beside his husky, Yukon. They were at the edge of the woods near the old maple grove, a place filled with tall, twisted trees and rustling leaves that locals said was hiding all kinds of secrets. Do you ever wonder what secrets this forest is hiding, Yukon? Leo asked his dog, who wagged his tail and barked softly in response. Leo imagined the woods had all sorts of exciting mysteries just waiting to be discovered, like hidden pirate treasure or maybe even a talking tree. But so far, his explorations hadn't turned up anything more exciting than a family of deer. Just then, Leo heard something strange. Tap, 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 tap. The sound seemed to come from the trees. Did you hear that, Yukon? It sounded like someone tapping on the tree, Leo said. Yukon cocked his head and barked once. Later that day, Leo told his friends about the mysterious tapping sound, but they just laughed at him. Tapping sound? Sounds like a bunch of bow to me, said one of his friends. Another suggested that maybe Leo had been hearing a woodpecker, but Leo wasn't convinced. He felt there was something more to the story. As he walked home, he decided to ask Mrs. Higgins, the oldest person in town and the keeper of all the local legends. She always had a kind word and a listening ear for Leo. Plus, she knew every nook and cranny of the woods around Whispering Pines. Mrs. Higgins listened patiently to Leo's story, then smiled knowingly when he finished. So you heard the singing heart of the forest, eh? You must have followed the rhythm of the falling rain, she said mysteriously. Singing heart of the forest? What's that supposed to mean? Leo asked, even though he had a feeling she wasn't telling him the whole story. Mrs. Higgins only smiled and patted his hand. You'll have to follow the whispers yourself to find out, she said cryptically before returning to her knitting. Leo was even more confused, but determined to get to the bottom of this. He set off back to the maple grove the next morning. Armed with a compass and a notebook, Leo followed the sound of dripping water, believing it might lead him to the source of the mysterious taps. As he ventured deeper into the woods, he realized that the sound of dripping water was coming from somewhere under the ground. After walking for a while, Leo noticed some tall trees with their roots wrapped around a moss-covered rock. And when he looked closely, he saw that the roots were growing over an opening in the ground. With a grunt, Leo pushed aside the leaves and vines blocking the entrance and gasped. In front of him was a dark, narrow hole leading into the earth. Could this be the source of the dripping water and the mysterious taps I heard? Leo wondered aloud. He carefully climbed down into the hole and helped Yukon down after him. The air grew cooler and damper as they descended. Then suddenly, the space opened up into a large cavern. Inside, sparkling water dripped from the ceiling, creating small pools on the ground below. Rays of sunlight pierced through cracks in the ceiling, illuminating sparkling particles that danced in the air. Leo stood mesmerized by the beauty of the underground grotto. Then he heard it again, the mysterious tapping sound. As he walked further into the grotto, he realized that the water dripping from the ceiling was hitting the rocks in a particular rhythm, creating the echo that had captured his curiosity. Leo ran his hand along the wall and discovered that the rocks were actually hollow, making the sound even more musical. He walked to the end of the cavern and found a ledge with a weathered wooden box tucked away in the corner. With shaking hands, Leo opened the box and found a map and an old leather-bound journal. The map showed the layout of the grotto, and Leo realized he had only explored a small part of it. He opened the journal, its pages filled with spidery handwriting that was almost impossible to decipher. But one phrase jumped out at him: a place of peace and beauty, hidden beneath the whispering pines. Leo smiled. He knew he had discovered something truly special, a hidden wonder that had remained secret for so long. But he also knew he couldn't keep it a secret for much longer. He wanted to share it with the people of Whispering Pines, especially Mrs. Higgins, who had sent him on this adventure. The next day, Leo returned to the grotto, this time bringing Mrs. Higgins with him. When she saw the stunning underground grotto, her eyes filled with tears. "It's the singing heart of the forest," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "I knew the legend spoke true," she said with a grateful smile. From then on, the grotto became a cherished place for the people of Whispering Pines. They came to sit by the whispering waters and listen to the soothing echoes, finding peace and tranquility in the hidden grotto. Leo was hailed as Leo the Explorer, the boy who had discovered the secret wonder. He basked in the attention for a while, but what made him the happiest was knowing that he had brought joy to his community. He learned that a true adventure wasn't just about discovering something new, but sharing it with others and making their lives a little better. And so, thanks to Leo's curiosity and bravery, the legend of the Maple Leaf Echo continued to live on, reminding the people of Whispering Pines that sometimes the greatest wonders are hidden in plain sight. If you enjoyed this enchanting tale, don't forget to hit the like button for more captivating stories.